Joining us live now from our nation's capital is Illinois Congressman Peter Roskam. Congressman, appreciate you taking time to get with us this morning. Well,
Thank you very much.
No, our pleasure, our pleasure. Last night we saw at least 3 Republican rebuttals there in addition to McMorris-Rogers. A question we want to throw out to start things off this morning. Is the party divided right now in the direction of this country?
I think there's a lot of folks that are now taking a very, very active role in public life in the same way that you saw the Obama campaign attract a lot of new people. I think the Obama administration has attracted a lot of new folks on the other side who are concerned about the direction of the country. So it's no surprise to me that there's a lot of voices that are out there expressing their concern about the direction of the country, stagnant economic growth, and certainly the health care law that is underperformed.
Congressman, what is it going to take for the Republicans to maintain their majority in Congress and possibly win the Senate, you think?
I think that Republicans need to do a couple of things. Need to offer a stark contrast to the vision that the president has laid out, and to particularly focus on a couple things. Number one is economic growth. How do you create an economy that is growing and vibrant again so that there's middle-class jobs and an expanding opportunity for all people? Essentially, the president is kind of making an argument that says, let's figure out how to divide up a shrinking pie, and Republicans, by contrast, say, how do we make that pie expand for everyone? The other thing is to put out a more thoughtful alternative as it relates to the health care law. We have a nation that have agreed that health care has been too expensive and we need to deal with pre-existing conditions. The new health care law is failing and underperforming for all kinds of reasons. There's some very thoughtful alternatives that need to be a part of the mix in the debate. I think those are choices that are very attractive to the American public, and I think will be exonerated essentially this November.
Congressman Rossman, we saw President Obama being very proactive, very, I guess, aggressive in some points, talking about he will take action to push things through he wants without legislation where he can. What's your personal reaction to that and his approach?
I think, look, the smarter thing to do is to try and figure out how to work with a co-equal branch of government instead of saying, I'm going to ignore you. Other presidents have done this very, very well, the most famous of which was Bill Clinton. George W. Bush managed to work well with a divided Congress for 2 years of his presidency. I think part of President Obama's challenge and why some of his numbers are so low is an unwillingness to work with Congress. And I think there's a great deal of concern about Senator Harry Reid and his stewardship of the United States Senate. There's about 40 bills that have passed the House that are jobs-related bills on the energy side and regulation side in particular. Those would be good things for the administration to advocate and to encourage Senator Reid to take up in the United States Senate.
Congressman Peter Roskam, thanks so much joining us live from Washington, D.C. Thank you again.